He was born in hiding. Opened his eyes on the run before he could walk. His first teaching was the art of escape. He learned to flee before he could talk. Lessons seemingly out of order, but in the order the lessons had to be learned. He was infant in body, while grown man in nature. Our Savior wasn't a slave. First, he was king, who left his throne to be thrown right in the death sting, and it stung. But the stinging started before the cross stood, so stop. And think about what it must have felt like to come out of the water and go straight to the wilderness, hungry, only to be tempted by an enemy ready to eat him alive. He couldn't rest because Satan wouldn't sleep. He was tired, yet focused on our hearts instead of his weariness. His goal was clearly this, our salvation. So he searches, finding men who fish and helping them fish for men, scanning the land for the lost so that we could cast our cares into his living water. For with him there was safety. But he was still treated as if he was crazy, being pictured as opposition when he should have been the only option, using distorted optics to oppose what is right. He was wronged. But God didn't require righteousness before performing his surgery. He bypassed sin as he passed by sinners. So he walked, holding a cross that fit like skin. It fit him, and he knew we couldn't bear it, so he wears it. Punishment like custom-made suit because it suited us. On a hill he hung, body beaten but still held to the cross by love, and he suffered like suffering was cool, surrounded by cold hearts. Who counts the cost of a sacrifice so pure that it warms souls? He loved the hell out of our being so we could be in heaven with him. Then he died, like dying was his plan the whole time, because dying indeed was his plan the whole time. But then he rose more beautifully than any flower, and as if he was in a deep sleep. But you can't sleep that deep. He was raised to die. He was raised to life. He was raised to show that the devil was a lie. We all have a story, but let us not forget his story, for his story gives our end victory. So walk in victory, but never forget what was done. The reason you won, the resurrected son that died to save everyone, and the empty tomb that changed everything. That is worth celebrating. So celebrate. Happy Easter.